Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football, back here at the DFW Coaches Clinic, and I'm here with the head coach of the Mount Pleasant Tigers, my friend, your friend, Coach Joe Cluley. Coach, appreciate your yearly interview with me. I am very sorry that I did not bring the Kit Kats from Canada this year.
That's Courtney Cluley. You heard that. He failed. He didn't bring the Kit Kats. We'll get him next time.
Sorry, Mrs. Cluley. I owe you at coaching school. All right, first off, Coach, the clinic, I just got here, and it's parking lot is packed. Yep. Coaches are everywhere. Yep. This is obviously, in my opinion, one of the best clinics in the off season. Why do you like coming here, and what do you get out of it?
Well, I'll sort of disagree. This is the best clinic of the off season. I know you have to be more political than that. It's high school coaches talking to high school coaches. We don't get to go pick the 6'4" defensive end and the 6'5" tight end.
You'd like to be able to, right?
We'd love to, right? Yeah. And sometimes you go listen to colleges, they get to pick for their scheme, where we have to adapt our scheme to our players. And so it's so enlightening to listen to people like Coach Hubbard from East Central down there by San Antonio talk about, he's had one D1 player in 9 years. How have they been successful, and how are they building that program? That's what we're trying to do at Mount Pleasant, build a program. And so it's cool to hear that and see that. And he's adapting his schemes, just like all of these coaches are, to who they have. And that's something that we have to do. And so it's nice to be able to hear that and hear how these great coaches are doing those things and what we can take from and put into our program.
And I guess, when you watch these coaches and you see, the coaches that are up there that had a lot of success, like Coach Antonio Wiley there at Coppell, when you see those guys, when you watch those guys on film and you see how sound they are scheme-wise and the kind of players they have, is it pretty easy for you to see why those guys are really good?
It 100% is. And, a lot of times, and this happens just naturally in clinics, you're like, man, if we had those kids, we'd do this, this, and this. But in the end, you're looking at the scheme. You're looking at how they fit things. You're looking at how disciplined their kids are. We just got through watching Randall's defensive coordinator talk, did a fantastic job. And you watch their kids run to the football, and we're all sitting there going, yeah, they got kids. Obviously, they want to state championship. But look at the culture. Look at their kids run to the football. They're not just big, fast, and strong. They are giving everything they have in everything they do. And that's the cool part about watching high school kids. The college game has become almost like the professional game.
Sure.
It's about money. At the high school level, it's not about that. I feel like we're kind of the top level Texas high school football that isn't paid anymore.
Sure.
And so I think you see the passion and the pageantry, and it's fun to watch programs like that and what they have and how they do it.
Being an old defensive guy like yourself, does it just make your heart happy when you see defenses fly to the football like that?
Man, I'm telling you right now, I was sitting amongst our defensive guys, and I'm sitting there, I'm sweating like I'm out there coaching. I love watching those kids run to the football. And like you said, as an old defensive guy, it definitely warms my heart to see defenses be successful, because so many people love the 64 to 65 game, which I'm not saying it's not fun, but give me the 7-3 game every time.
You're a 10-7 kind of game, right?
Absolutely.
If the Mount Pleasant Tigers win 10-7, you're
a happy guy. Yes, sir.
Now let's talk about the Mount Pleasant Tigers a little bit. And I think in the last couple of years, you guys have made progress and had good season, been on the brink of getting into the playoffs, but just falling a little bit short of it at the end of the season. I know, I know you want to talk about it, because I know for you guys this offseason, that mantra of finishing has been big. Talk about that a little bit with what you guys have talked about with your kids, especially when you got them back after the Christmas holiday.
Yeah, it's been huge. And one of our mantras truly has been what we call 4th and goal. And it's 4th and goal every day, 4th and goal every set. Either you win or they win. And every moment you have in off season, every session that we have outside of school, whether it's track practice or something else, it's 4th and goal. And you either win or you don't. We either score, we get a stop, or we don't. They score, they get a stop. And I think our kids have really embraced that. We've started with a great offseason. We've tied for 3rd 2 years in a row and last out on the points. We just need to win that one extra game, take that one next step, get in those playoffs, and hope something happens.
All right, and then, obviously you want to get bigger, you want to get stronger, you want to get faster, you're going to work on conditioning. Every year you lose a group of seniors. So you lose a group of seniors that leave starting spots. So right now in the offseason, what are some of those specific position groups you're looking for those young guys to step up in?
Yeah, our big one, we're very fortunate. We're bringing back several starters. We'll have 16, 17, 18 starters coming back next year. And so a lot of our kids are those position groups like linebacker, D-line, running back, wide receiver, are a bunch of guys coming back, quarterback. And so we feel good about that. Offensive line right now, that's probably the spot that we have the least amount of kids coming back. And that's the group that I'm looking at going, okay, who are the cats that are going to step up, that are going to be able to play offensive line for us? Because so many other groups have guys that have been in the fire, that have done great things, have done bad things, been coached hard. Those younger guys from kind of that JV and that freshman group, who's going to take the step to become one of our starters in that group.
Never heard a coach say they can have too many offensive and defensive linemen, right?
Yeah, that will never happen.
Yep. All right, final question before we get you out of here, Coach. Now, I know your tradition on Friday night at DFW Coaches Clinic, you take your guys somewhere good to eat. What are we thinking tonight? Do you need any suggestions? What do you think?
You know that I'm coming to you for the suggestions.
I sent you the Mexican place last year.
The Mexican place last year.
Okay.
Yes. I'm a big guy, so I don't care what the food is. So I'm right now. If you ask me, I'm leaning Mexican again.
Okay.
And so once we get off camera, I'm going to get with you and figure out where we're going.
Okay. All right. There you go. We'll get Coach Cluley some good Mexican food tonight. Chicken or beef fajitas? Which one are you?
I'm beef fajita guy.
Beef fajita guy?
Fajita,
okay,
absolutely.
there you go.
Yes, sir.
We'll find Coach Cluley some good fajitas. Coach, appreciate your time. We will see you the rest of the offseason, and good luck in 2025.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.